Energy. Energy is neither good nor bad until we begin to direct it. We direct it with thought. Thought is our input into our brains. We as humans underestimate the potential of our brains. It has a receiving capacity of 1,235 channels. However, we can't use this ability of ours because of indoctrinations, dumbing it down, conditioned thinking, erroneous beliefs. Energy goes where thoughts flow. We've all heard that saying, but do we believe that? Just as our thoughts, our input has been manipulated by the wickedly wise, so has our intentions and desires. Now think back, when we were young and innocent, we saw no obstacles that would get in our way because our desires were strong and potent. They were front and center. We didn't know why the grown-ups allowed themselves to be burdened down. That was before we became infected with the virus of the artificial matrix indoctrinations. How can the Holomite perceiver help? First of all, it allows us to see clearly from higher perspectives and from several different viewpoints. This enables us to develop our seventh sense organ and enhancing our lives between both spiritual and physical realms. Time. Time is how everything happens at once. The Bible states in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Now, if we think about that, it means that energy isn't stopping because humans are sad or happy, hungry, fortunate, godly, or even low vibrating, all at the same time. But it does mean that we all vibrate on different frequencies for specific events or synchronicities to unfold. We can't start out, though, by being afraid that our thought that comes in the guise of a need or a want or an idea, an invention, art, isn't going to come into fruition. The wickedly wise told us everything wrong to keep us jammed up, from religion to science to societal interactions to the government, education, you name it. But from the time that a seed of a thought is being planted and germinated, this process takes practice because we've been ignorant of the way how energy moves. It also takes patience. In the 103rd chapter in the Holy Quran, there's a surah called The Time, and it reads, "In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the time, surely man is in loss, except those who believe and do good, and exhort one another to truth, and exhort one another to patience." If time means that everything is happening at once, that means that space has to be created for it to unfold. Space is infinitely locatable. It can be in our mind or in our external or internal space. This means that there are people living in different dimensions right here, right now on Earth. Earth isn't only third dimensional. It has the same capacities as we have in evolution. People say that we should vote because where else are we going to live if we lose this country to the wickedly wise? I say, what kind of thought are we constructing for our tomorrow? Do we believe that Earth is multidimensional? Do we believe that we're multidimensional? The roadblock that we have encountered is how to free our mind. Because when we free our minds, our bodies will follow. It doesn't matter on what dimension that is, whether it's third dimension, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way on up. There are people right here on Earth that we cannot see with the naked eye. But are we sensitive enough to know when we've made the shift onto these higher dimensions? I ask because some of us are so quick to debunk and deny and disbelieve if we struggle with expansion concepts. Yet, time, being a factor of synchronicity, creates the space for it to unfold in. Therefore, if we want to live in a city that isn't overran with undesirable laws, unrighteous people, unhealthy food and water, we can input a thought into the computer of our brain. Then we can experience our heaven on Earth. Some of us think that synchronicity is coincidence, but number plays an important role regarding energy. There are no coincidences. Once we connect our thought to mind, which gives us the ability to reach into the higher dimensions and match the frequencies of what we want and need to materialize, the universe grants it to us. There are already templates made in the unseen for whatever. We can never ask for something that doesn't exist. The simultaneous occurrence of events are happening according to the higher moving templates of mathematical order. That's the definition of synchronicity. So number, it coordinates all phenomena telepathically. This is the fourth dimensional reality. We want our synchronicity to unfold, but it's not going to do so until everything is coordinated. That means that we don't have control over the process. We have to be patient and use continuing consciousness in our fourth mental sphere. Now, let me just clarify. Am I saying for us to just sit around, do nothing, have the thought without work? No. Faith without works is dead, and so is a thought. How many of us keep saying the same thing? I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. But we're not doing anything towards becoming a millionaire. It's not going to work. You have to put some heat behind it and some energy behind it. There goes that word again, energy. Today is Ken 91, the blue cosmic monkey, with the power of magic, action to play, and the essence of illusion. Time, V3H17. It's in the third time dimension, second mental sphere, on the touch of cosmic synchronization. So when we talk about touch, that's something that we give or receive. It is our tactile experience that can be internal, external, or etheric. In this case, the sense of touch is an alpha beta of subconscious. This area deals with patterns of how we think. It's a storehouse for unprocessed data. Everyone's perception of touch pertaining to the subconscious will be different. The same with cosmic synchronization in the third time dimension. It too is an internal, external, or etheric touch that can aid in the way we self-create ourselves in time. Space, V18H8. Here we find space on the 21st magnitude in beta alpha, the hyperplasmic area, which supplements external space flow of cosmic ascension. It's right outside the second time dimension, fourth mental sphere. It lands directly on the blue eagle, which is the seer. So our space is influenced by cosmic ascension, which is focused concentration. Our space is also filled with vision, which is the source of intelligence. As a matter of fact, the sixth time dimension, sixth mental sphere, is the court of cosmic intelligence. Any questions that we may have had in our mental spaces is now being filled with vision, the ability to create, and to have the type of mind that we need to evolve. Synchronicity, V9H12. Synchronicities is our unfolding events into our third dimensional space, unfolding by the way of the activation of red quality thermic force field. Synchronicity comes with the guardian of the fifth force station of the ark in the embodiment of the avatar, descent of divine knowledge. So think of Krishna. See how his life is synchronistic to yours. Peace to the gods.